Have you ever wondered what it feels like to wake up floating? Imagine your bedroom, your kitchen, your office, all orbiting the Earth at 17,500 miles per hour. This isn't science fiction. This is daily life aboard the International Space Station, or ISS. It is a remarkable feat of human engineering and cooperation, a place where people from different countries live and work together. The ISS is our outpost in the cosmos, a laboratory in the sky. It represents a shared dream to explore, to learn, to push the boundaries of what is possible for humanity. It is a constant presence, a bright star moving across our night sky. The International Space Station is much more than a satellite. It is a home, it is a science lab, it is a stepping stone to the rest of the universe. The day on the ISS begins not with an alarm clock's jarring buzz, but often with a gentle nudge from mission control or a preset tone. There is no sunrise in the traditional sense. The station sees 16 sunrises and sunsets every day. We follow Greenwich Mean Time. You wake up in a sleeping bag tethered to the wall and float inside your cozy cocoon. Strange, but comfortable. Getting ready is an adventure. Simple tasks become complex in microgravity. Brushing your teeth, you can't spit into a sink. The paste would float away in a bubbly blob. We use special edible toothpaste or we spit into a towel. Hair is washed with no-rinse shampoo and dried with a towel. There are no showers on the ISS. We use wet wipes and towels to keep clean. Eating in space is a far cry from a meal at a dinner table back on Earth. Forget about open plates and loose crumbs. Crumbs would float everywhere. Food on the ISS is specially prepared and packaged to be safe and manageable in a weightless environment. Much of it is dehydrated, freeze-dried, or thermostabilized in pouches. To prepare a meal, we often have to rehydrate the food by injecting water into the package. We eat things like tortillas instead of bread. Even salt and pepper are in liquid form to prevent tiny grains from flying everywhere. The menu is surprisingly diverse, with hundreds of options to choose from. Nutritionists on the ground work hard to ensure we get a balanced diet that provides necessary calories and nutrients to combat microgravity effects. This helps combat muscle loss and bone loss. We can even get special bonus food from our home countries, which is a huge morale booster. Sharing a meal is an important social ritual, even in space. We often gather in the galley, tethering our food packages and ourselves. We enjoy our floating feast together while sharing stories about our day. Personal hygiene presents its own unique set of challenges. One of the biggest struggles for the human body in space is the lack of gravity. Without the constant pull of Earth, our muscles and bones start to weaken. To combat this, exercise is not optional on the ISS, it is a critical part of our daily routine. Every astronaut is scheduled for about 2 hours of exercise every single day. We have a special space gym that includes a treadmill, but you can't just run on a normal treadmill, or you would float away. Our stationary bike, called the Sevis, has no seat or handlebars. We clip our shoes into the pedals and float in position. Our weightlifting machine, the Advanced Resistive Exercise Device or ARED, uses vacuum cylinders to create resistance. ARED allows us to do exercises like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses. This helps us maintain our muscle mass and bone density. The best part is the view. Imagine running on a treadmill while looking down at the entirety of South America. Imagine running on a treadmill while looking down at the Sahara Desert passing beneath you. It is honestly the most scenic workout in the solar system. Even thousands of miles from home, staying connected to loved ones is incredibly important for our mental well-being. We are not isolated. We have several ways to communicate with Earth. We can make phone calls and video conferences with our families, priceless moments that keep us grounded. We also have internet access and constant communication with mission control. The primary purpose of the International Space Station is to serve as a world-class science laboratory. The unique microgravity environment allows us to conduct experiments impossible on Earth. Every day is filled with scientific research. We work on hundreds of experiments at any given time: biology, physics, astronomy, material science. For example, growing protein crystals to help design new drugs, observing how our bodies adapt to the absence of gravity. The crew acts as the hands, eyes, and ears of scientists back on the ground. Remote scientists monitor experiments and analyze data from Earth. This scientific work requires immense teamwork. The ISS crew is a small international group. One moment a biologist tends plants in a growth chamber, the next an engineer replaces a faulty cooling pump. We are constantly learning, problem-solving, and supporting one another. The discoveries we make on the ISS have benefits for people on Earth. From better osteoporosis treatments to water purification systems used in remote communities. Robotic systems developed for the station have even advanced surgical techniques on the ground. The ISS is a powerful example of international cooperation and a fantastic return on a global investment in science and technology. Ultimately, life on the ISS is about preparing for the next giant leap in human exploration. Preparing to go back to the moon and eventually to Mars, we are explorers and the ISS is our ship on the new ocean of space.